love you. All the good times we had, I wish I could repeat them for the past 3 months. Love and feeling a little feeble. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Kendrick Lamar, music producer, tried to rob his dad. Never happened to me. Someone robbed my dad, I'm never fucking with him again. Oh, damn. Optimus Prime fell. Got my boy Optimus and Black Guy that plays golf. And a special tribute or a special guest at the Rubik's Cube. I solved this side. Look, I'll put that side out for display 'cause I feel smart when I see like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see it? Yeah, you see it? Yeah. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Yeah.
Taylor Swift's, on TV, mouthing the words to your songs and all of that and saying, oh, I wish I could work with Kendrick Lamar and all of this. That shit's mind-blowing to a kid from Compton who, I mean, no one was banking on you. Your parents were living, where did they live before they moved to California?
Chicago, Southside Chicago.
Chicago. Your dad in a gang or something?
Yeah, he's affiliated.
He was affiliated. So your dad's in a gang and your mom, they decide to move to Compton,
right?
And all they got is a garbage bag filled with like 2 bags of clothing.
Yeah.
And they moved to Compton, and before you were born, your dad worked at KFC, right? And your mom worked at McDonald's. How do you avoid getting into the gang lifestyle in Compton when your dad is not telling you it's a bad thing? And
Well, he's actually telling me, but you know the saying.
You got to find out for yourself.
Is that what he said?
Do as I say, not as I do. You know, one of them things. But he gave me the reality of it. But as a man, as what he taught me as a man, you have to go through things. You have to see for yourself. He could tell me everything in the world, but I'm still gonna go out there and get my hands dirty. I think it was really the act of my mother being a dreamer. So they gave me that duality. They gave me that balance.
Did you feel unsafe to the point that I'm surprised you were a straight A student? You were a good student.
I was a cool
in school.
student.
You were a really good student.
I was a good student.
And I think in that environment, it's almost impossible to keep your mind on studies when you're sitting there and seeing people getting shot in the street. It's almost a miracle if you can be a good student.
Yeah, definitely.
And by good student, I mean straight A student.
I was decent. I wouldn't say straight A's. I'll say straight. So
it came easily. Did other kids goof on you?
No.
Because you were a straight A student? Because I grew up in a pretty bad place. And if you excelled at school, kids would make fun of you.
Yeah.
Which is another crazy thing for learning.
Right. Yeah, that is funny. And I know about that too, because the thing with me with school is I was way more intelligent than the actual work I put out, because
you keep it down.
I had to tone it down. I knew how far I can excel if I put my focus and everything into it, but I was part of the cool kids. And you have your influence. You want to do other things, but I knew how far I can go if I put my work ethic into it. So I took that same mistake and I applied it with music years later, because I knew if I put my focus in this, I can excel.
This guy, Top Dog, he has his own record company, right? And he's the guy who signed you.
Yeah.
And you get upset when he is compared to a Suge Knight, because you see a difference between Top Dog and Suge Knight, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Suge Knight gets this rap that he was, gangster and, and maybe taking advantage of people and all of this. And people want to compare Top Dog to this guy.
Yeah, I think because the physical image, it's a big guy. He has a red hat,
Right.
And of course you can't stop being affiliated, but we don't have the same tactics.
Right.
Not at all. We're professional, we're businessmen, and we love what we do. And to risk that in any type of violent nature or physical contact, that's something
you don't want to be a part of that.
We put that behind us years ago.
When Top Dog was in his roughest days, when he was like the gangs, there's a story that goes, and tell me again, because I find this mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Your dad was working at KFC.
Yep.
Top Dog went in to rob KFC. Is this right? because you've written songs
Duckworth.
about this.
Yeah.
And he meets your father, and Top Dog's got a gun. Your dad somehow thinks, I don't want to get into any shit with this guy. I'm going to charm him. I'll even offer him some free KFC. And maybe,
story.
and maybe he'll, won't get violent. And Top Dog liked your father.
True story.
And did not rob the KFC because of your dad. And now you're working with Top Dog.
Funny how life is, right?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
That is the craziest story I've ever heard.
It is the craziest story.
Yeah.
Have you sat with Top Dog and said, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. It's still my, every time they come around each other, my pops and Top Dog, it's mind blowing because they have to bring it up. They just sit and just look at each other. It's a trip. Whoever knew that this little kid that was in the back store while you was flipping grease and chicken wings, 20 years later, he'll be sitting in the same studio, and it always goes around to the fact of the point is, okay, what if, he did take my father's life?
Oh,
I'd
my
have been
God.
another, I probably wouldn't be in the studio. I wouldn't be
Right.
right here with y'all right now. I'd be messed up because it's a psychological thing when you don't have a father at home, especially growing up in the environment we come from.
But
Oh,
especially, reading, how you had a conversion later on and became more spiritual. With the life going like this, you can see how you would become spiritual because these are the kind of things that usually go the wrong way.
Yeah, definitely. I can't take that for granted.
Yeah.
Said a lot of good stuff. I have homeboys. I don't want to sound like that. I have friends that I once called friends who was involved in the street life in the Atlanta scene. And it's sad. It's sad to see what not having a father makes you feel not wanted, makes you look for validation as a man towards some type of brotherhood. And a lot of times the brotherhoods you have is either gang members or the military. In the military, if you heard when it killed Sam by Ice Cube, you'll understand. So it's like we don't have a lot. That's why I tell my brother, be a better father than our dad was. And try to teach people that might not have a father. Be that father for that person in anything you do. When you chasing your dream, I'm trying to say, some kid gonna look up to you one day. That's just about anybody. Somebody's gonna look up to you like, man, I really like that person. You want to be that influence that can influence that kid's life. That could show that kid, well, dang, I don't want to do that stupid stuff no more. I listen to this dude. I feel like I can inspire the world. I could do something new. That's what you want to do. Be honest with you. And some people don't think like that, and it's okay. But I'm just saying how I feel. Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorite artists. It's still crazy when I hear the story. I'm like, yo, that's crazy as fuck. But yeah, with that being said, be sure to like, subscribe. Hold up, wait a minute. Go to my boy channel, subscribe. I forgot to do it on the other channel as well. I'm going to do that. But with that being said, stay tuned to the next video. Peace. Mario the poet.